Well, let's get started. We're going to do things a little differently tonight because tonight is a special night. Tonight is the 1 year anniversary of this live show. And so I want to celebrate it with some of the regular guests. So we have a graphic here. It's happy anniversary time. We've been doing this for 1 year and it's been really fun. I've enjoyed it. It's been great to meet you all. And as I said before, I've had the honor of having some amazing guests this year. And two of the earliest guests that ever joined me on the show are coming back to join me tonight and reflect on the year and look forward. I kind of think September is sort of always felt like my new year. For example, January 1st is the start of a new year, but nothing really changes. Not for me anyways. I'm doing the same work. The weather's the same between December and January. Nothing changes. But through my life, September is more or less felt like a beginning. School has always started in September. New projects start in September. The summer's over, new weather comes, new food appears. So I've always felt like September was the start of something. So that's how we're going to treat it tonight. We're going to look back on the year, the 1 year of live shows, and we're going to look forward to what's coming up. Now I'm going to bring my first guest on. And my first guest was actually the first guest I had on the show. A new friend I met during the pandemic. We met online and became good friends. He's a great educator. And recently, he was given a special award for his work in education. And we're going to bring him on in a moment. But first, I want to play a short video clip of him receiving this award. Let's roll that clip.
So grateful to be here and recognized for our constant innovation and social impact that our program has had over the years by GFUL, and to be recognized as one of the top 50 organizations in education. And amongst all of you seasoned educators, I invite you to join me in helping build these autonomous global citizens together. Education, Global Fund for Education and Learning from GFUL. All right. Super honored. Thank you so much for this award. And excited to continue the work. Thanks again, GFUL, for this. See you next year. Thanks.
Okay, so that's a little video of our next guest receiving his fantastic award. My next guest, the man in that video, he's Anesh Daya of On the Spot Language. He's an amazing educator who's done wonderful things in our industry and always got something new on the go. So he's going to join us tonight and talk about what he's been doing, a little bit about that award, and talk about a little bit about the future. So without any more delay, please welcome my friend, educator, Anesh Daya.
Hello. Hi, Anesh. Hello, hard-boiled English and Teacher Paul fans out there. It's such an honor to be here after a year in the 50 episodes. I mean, it's amazing how much hard work and dedication and sleepless nights you've had to put this together and make this happen. I mean, when I think about the first year in my business and what you've done in the first year of being an edupreneur and doing what you're doing with this, you've built such an amazing community and you've grown it and added new things to it with the cafe. And I'm just so honored to have been witness to part of this journey. And thank you for all your support for this entire really challenging but uplifting year. I mean, part of this cool award, it goes to me, you, and everyone else who's been a part of this journey with me. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
super grateful to be here. And yeah, I mean, when we think back about the year, we've had joke episodes. Thank you, Wako-chan, or Wako.
Yeah.
And we've had joke days, and we've talked about focus sentences from different
Yeah.
situations, and we've met so many great people.
Yeah.
So V Gates to Sasha out there, Kayf Halaki for anyone who speaks Arabic. Bonjour tout le monde là-bas, ou buenos dias, or boa noite in Portuguese. Hello to everyone out there. Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you for all that, all those compliments too, Anish. You've been a big part of this project since the beginning. You've been a frequent guest, a frequent co-host. We've done some experimental things on the show. We've had contests. I really appreciate all your support and inspiration, because as an entrepreneur yourself, as I made the change from working at a school to doing my own thing, you are a really big inspiration and support through that process. So I'm grateful for having known you, for having the chance to work with you and do some projects together. I just look forward to all the new things that you're into.
We have someone else who wants to say, congratulations, Paul.
Oh,
Congratulations. What?
who would
Now?
that be?
Are you sure? Are you sure?
A new member of the family?
Hey, Paul. Congratulations.
Thank you so
Super
much.
proud of you, Paul.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
And what's your
happy
name?
now? Oh, my name is Oscar.
Oscar. Nice to meet you, Oscar.
Yeah.
That's
and
exciting.
So I think Oscar was really excited just to say hello, right? Yeah. You've done such a great job, Paul.
Well, thank you, Oscar. We've had some of your cousins and brothers and sisters on the show in the past from the wonderful Puppets program of James Marshall in Thailand.
Oh, yeah, James. I have
that guy, yeah.
in China, in Thailand,
Yeah.
all over the world.
I'm so happy to see you working together with Anish. That's a great addition to the on-the-spot family, Anish.
Yeah, he's really, really awesome. And the kids just love him. Oh, thank you, Anish. No problem, buddy. Okay, well, I gotta go. Congratulations again, Paul.
Thanks, Oscar. See you later. Have a good rest.
That's right, Fuad. Oscar looks happy. Are you happy, Oscar? Oh, yeah. Okay, see ya.
Okay, bye, Oscar. That's wonderful. Shout out to James Marshall and Puppets.
Absolutely.
Anish, what can you... That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to ask you a little bit about your GFEL award. Can you share a bit of that journey with the group here?
Absolutely. Thanks for asking, and thank you, Ohidul, for your congratulations there. And so the award was, I started my experiential outdoor program 12 years ago, so in 2009. And so to get this kind of award and recognition so many years later, and it's a testament, I think, of just not giving up. You just gotta, you have lots of highs and lots of lows, and you just, the what is it? The slow rabbit wins slow turtle. What's the
turtle?
expression?
Yeah, the tortoise and the hare.
Yeah.
The
so
turtle
just
wins.
Kind of staying, the turtle wins. And so as long as you have your core values and what you truly believe to help all of those students out there, I think, I've never really worked a day in my life.
Right.
And so because I just love what I do so much.
Mm-hmm.
And the opportunity to come on the show. So, it's a lot of these things have just added to that award too. Maybe they wouldn't have found me had I not been on your show. It helped me put that exposure out there. So, the award, it really recognized innovation. It recognized social impact. It recognized results. and kind of core metrics that I feel are really important to who I am in the program.
Yeah.
And
those are really the best metrics in our field, isn't it? How the students are doing.
Absolutely. Because if my students haven't improved or feel good, then I didn't do my job, or my program didn't deliver on what we promised we would.
Yeah.
That was basically the award. I had to accept, like
That's
you showed,
fantastic.
virtually, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Because I couldn't attend Las Vegas in person. But yeah.
Anish, we have a question here from David Clifford. He's a new fan. He's wondering a little bit about yourself, but also he's new, so he doesn't know what On the Spot is. So maybe just give us a quick rundown of your background and what On the Spot is.
Absolutely. Well, David, who handed, is from South Africa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, well, someone else asked, well, I was born in Canada. My parents were born in South Africa. My grandparents are from Gujarat, India. And so...
Oh, you're frozen, Anish. Can you refresh your feed? We lost you. Oh, Anish is frozen. Must be cold in Toronto. Anish is joining us from Toronto, Canada. It's a little early in the autumn to be frozen. Anish, can you reboot, refresh? In the meantime, we have Tirath joining us. Welcome to the show, Tirath, from Nepal. We have Katongo joining us from LinkedIn. Sasha's here from Germany. Welcome, Sasha. Abir is here. Great. Thank you for joining us. Semir is joining us. Something's wrong with Anish's feed, so we may have to bring him on in a minute. He's going to refresh that. So let's just catch up and see. Not yet. Let's just catch up on saying hello to everyone. Facebook user, I don't know who that is, but hello. Roni's here. Okay, I guess we've said hello to everyone. Hopefully Anish will join us in a moment. YHA says, YHA says, ask about my hammer. Is it a name brand? No, it's just a hammer. It's a very simple, cheap hammer. But hammer is what I like to call my students. I like to call hard-boiled hammers because they don't give up. They keep working hard. They keep hammering on their goals. Like Anish just told us, part of the success of his program has been, as a business, just keep working on it through the ups and downs. So I always like to use that expression, keep hammering. And if you do that, you're a hammer. And I mean that in the best possible way. It's cool to be a hammer. Much better to be a hammer than a nail. Don't even waste your time being a nail. Be a hammer. Let's see if Anish has popped back up in the feed. I think we need to send them the link again. Let me just check my message. I think he has to reboot his computer. Waiha says, someone needs to snap fingers to bring him back. Thank you for the answer. Great. We have Satoru joining us from Taiwan. Satoru's here. Great. Great to see you. We're just waiting for our guest to rejoin us because he had some internet problem. David's asking for how many years has been doing that. Anish started his program 12 years ago. I'd like him to explain it, but we may run out of time with him. His program is called On the Spot English, and he works in Toronto with it, and he invites students to join his program, and he takes them out into the city. No classroom. He takes his learners out into the city and puts them in positions where they have to use English in real situations. And especially for learners who are shy or have no confidence with their speaking, He's enjoyed remarkable success with his program and helped a lot of learners out there. So if you're interested in developing your speaking ability, your confidence, your communication skills, go to Toronto and join Anesh's on-the-spot language. Just waiting to hear from him if he's going to join us again or not. I think what we'll do now is move to our segment that we usually do every week. I wanted Anesh to help me, but every week we introduce a new word to use instead of good, because good is overused and it doesn't have a lot of meaning. So today's vocabulary I want to introduce to you is the word unforgettable. Unforgettable is an adjective. It means something that is permanent in memory. You can't forget it. You remember it always. And usually because it's so beautiful, interesting, or pleasant. So let's bring Anesh back onto the show. Anesh, can you join us again? Here we are. Let's bring him back on. Yeah. And maybe Anesh, can we...
Oh my goodness, sorry. I have no idea what happened.
That's all right.
Hello, everyone.
Let's try that.
I hope I wasn't forgettable, and that this episode is going to be already unforgettable.
It's okay.
Right.
And in fact, actually, your image quality is better now. So whatever you did. Oh, now you're frozen again.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go.
Oh no.
So Anesh, I was trying to take the lead here and explain a little bit about what on the spot is. Can you do likewise? What is on the spot?
Yeah, so we are an experiential language learning program where we make the city our classroom. We take our students outside now with masks, and we teach them how to build confidence and build skills to be able to have real life English language conversations in real life situations. So the city becomes our classroom every day.
Great.
And our students are guided how to learn a language successfully with a language coach.
Yeah, it's very different than being a language teacher in a classroom delivering a textbook curriculum. It's customized to the students, delivering what they need. And how many students would you say, since we're looking back on a year anniversary, let's look back on your 12-year program. How many students would you say you've impacted?
Since I started on the spot language, I would say we've had almost 1,000 students come through the program, because in each class we have one language coach and 3 students maximum in each class.
That's fantastic.
So it's a 1-to-3 ratio. So, and we have several different language coaches who work with the students. So, yeah.
It's fantastic. So can our viewers come to Toronto and join you?
Absolutely. If you have right now both vaccinations, you are more than welcome to come to Canada and join the program. I know many schools are offering students to come even if you don't have the vaccination, and then you can get it here.
Get it here, right?
So thanks, David. Yeah, for a large language school, they have thousands and thousands of learners, but I can guarantee, probably similar to Paul, we can remember every one of our language learners who've come through our program. So very proud.
They're unforgettable.
They are unforgettable.
They're unforgettable.
Absolutely.
And Anesh, tell me something. What are your plans for the coming year? What do you, let's think ahead. Hopefully you'll join me next year for the anniversary show again. And what would you like to do this year that's different or special or new projects? What are you working on?
Well, one of the things that I'm very excited about, and I just recently actually, well, there are 2 things. Number one, I'm going to co-author a book called The New Paradigm of Education with 7 other authors. And so I will send a link, or later, if you go to onthespotlanguage.com, you will see a title called A New Paradigm of Education. So that's going to come out very soon on Amazon and in Oh, hey, Araceli, and then hardcover as well. But as for this
Hmm.
year, something that I'm really excited about helping students with is focusing more on our mental health and also mindfulness.
Hmm.
So really, it's something that, when I was writing my chapter that you were helping me out with is this idea of self-actual, like, who am I? What am
Hmm.
I doing in Canada? What are my goals in Canada? Absolutely,
Yeah.
Arasai. Mindfulness is so important.
Yeah.
And, thinking about what are my goals? Who am I as a human? What am I trying to achieve in life? And where am I going? Um, and then also, really shifting to thinking about this attitude of gratitude, waking up every day and being grateful for what you have.
Hmm.
um if you wake up and you're healthy, that's a good day.
Yeah.
Have a base level of gratitude. And also, the one more thing I'll add is, we've just partnered with an Indigenous Canadian. She's actually called an elder. Her name is Cindy Crow.
Okay.
And we're hoping to introduce this Indigenous tour called Bing Tribal Tours in Northern
Like it.
Ontario in Thunder Bay
Thunder Bay,
to
right?
really teach students what does it mean to be Canadian and living off the grid, no technology, no running water, and
No
learning the
selfies.
history. No, well, you could bring your cell phone, but the idea is that you can get connected to spirituality and get understand the deep meaning of the Indigenous Canadians who have been here for thousands of years. And I think that's a really good takeaway also from, you know and they also aren't just talking about the past, but what's happening now. And how we're all part of one big tribe, and we're
Indeed.
all in this together. So yeah.
That's something that's really exciting uh, for students that haven't been to your program yet. This will be a dimension of it, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's
So
really
yeah, those are a
exciting.
few things that I'm excited about. And possibly we may have a real live on the spot, you know, joining Paul live on the streets of Toronto to show everybody watching what is it like to be on the spot and outside talking to strangers. So that could be a cool episode.
That's awesome. Well, I can break a little news to you. If all goes well, I'll be coming to Toronto in December. So maybe we could do a broadcast together. You could take me out into the program and hit the streets,
Oh, yeah.
and I'll bring my camera and we can stream it live or at least record it. I'd love to go through the program for a
Absolutely.
day. That'd be fantastic.
You would learn so much and you would be put on the spot and you would have to talk to strangers. So it would be a lot of fun. Let's set those dates and let's do it. And
Yeah,
then
let's do it.
everyone can join us.
That'd be fantastic. Um, I'm going to let you go in a moment because I want to respect your time, and I have another guest in the waiting, Anish.
Ooh,
But I want to say once again, reiterate, thank you so much for being a part of Hardboiled English Live. Thank you so much for being the great educator you are. Thank you so much for impacting students. You are unforgettable, and hopefully, our viewers who know you from this show or from your own projects also believe and understand how unforgettable you are. So thank you very much, Anish. I wish you nothing but the best this year. And
awesome. Absolutely. And thank you all for your support. And thank you, Paul, for keep doing what you're doing. I mean,
thank
this
you.
this dedication, this hard work, this persistence of just be showing up every week, rain or shine, air conditioning, no air conditioning, forest fires,
Yeah,
everything. I mean, you've
thank
been through
you.
it all, and nobody around the world has any idea of what
You have no
you've
idea.
also had to go through.
Yeah,
And
this always
so
looks the same, right? It always looks like me and the whiteboard, but we've had some
there
challenges
could be
here.
fires going around Paul, but
Yeah,
he'll still have that whiteboard. So
yeah.
thank you. And again, Anish, can I say goodbye? Yeah, okay.
Please, Oscar.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you,
Goodbye, Oscar.
Paul.
Thank you, Oscar.
Okay,
And
thanks,
Anesh,
Paul. Talk to you soon.
congratulations again on the great award. You deserve it.
Awesome. Cheers.
Okay. Bye, Anesh. Thank you very much. Wow, that's great. I'm so glad to have Anesh back on the show. He's been on our show several times. You can find all the previous episodes recorded on YouTube. I'm going to move quickly and bring on my next guest. My next guest was also one of the first guests I brought on last year. He's a fantastic singer and songwriter from Brazil. And he's a former language student of mine, and he writes all his music in English, which is quite a feat. But let's bring him on. I think he's a little bit under the weather, so he's not going to sing live, but we will have a video of one of his songs a bit later on. So let's introduce the next guest, singer-songwriter from Brazil, Nic Darwin. Where are we?
Hey,
Hi, Nic.
Paul. Hi, Nick. What's up?
How are you?
I'm fine, great, and really, yeah. Sorry about that.
How is your voice?
How is your voice? Bad, man.
Really?
Really
Nick,
bad.
is there any chance you put headphones or earplugs in?
Oh, yeah. Can you give?
We're getting a
moment.
Yep.
It's okay if
no
you
problem.
want to take me off the screen.
It's okay. Yeah, let's take Nick off for a minute.
Thank you.
He's going to get some earplugs. Let's go to our word of the day. Unforgettable. So guys, this is an adjective to describe something that stays in your memory because it's beautiful, interesting, or pleasant. So I'd like you to practice and write me some sentences in the comment box using this adjective. So type away, and we'll bring Nick back on, and we'll ask Nick what he thinks is unforgettable. Okay, Ohidul says, today's program is unforgettable. Good use of that word. Mr. Anesh, I am sure you are so uninteresting, an unforgettable person. That's great. When you use this sentence, you should say, I am sure you are such an interesting and unforgettable person. Or you can say, you are so interesting and unforgettable. No person at the end. Great work. I want to say hello to Muffer. Muffer's joining us from Mexico. Okay, we have Nick back with us. Let's see if we can divide the screen 3 ways. Is that possible when we break Nick on? Hi again, Nick. Let's see if we can...
Hi.
Okay, let's get rid of this word. I want you to know this word. You know this word, Nick, do you? Unforgettable?
Absolutely.
So I'm going to ask you in a minute to use that word. Let's clear it off the screen for now. So Nick, how have you been since the last time you were on the show?
I've been great. I've been doing a lot of work and writing a bunch of new songs. And
That's exciting.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool that you've been really busy since last Christmas. When I was on the show, man, 50 shows. This is amazing. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. This is actually number 51 because there were 2 shows I streamed at a time when the streaming software wasn't working with Google Chrome. So the image quality was terrible, and I threw them out. So this is actually show 51, but this week is 1 year since we started. It is kind of remarkable, to be honest with you, because it's not something I planned to do. It's something I started doing on a whim, really, and just kept going at it because, like you know it with your audience and your fans. Once you have some people who like what you do, you want to deliver every week. You want to bring music to them. I want to bring the show every week. Doesn't matter if I feel a little bit sick or tired. We've had some really bad weather here, some extreme heat. My studio is not air conditioned. But like Anesh says, I continue to bring the show because I know people look forward to it. And when they look forward to something that you do or you make, that's such an honor. I never want to let them down. Do you feel the same way with your music?
I do, absolutely. It's all about consistency. And as you know, we get busy. We got a lot of things to do, and sometimes you end up letting people down, not showing up every day, not doing like daily content, and this hurts a lot because that's in my case, I work with totally different thing, and I do music. So it's kind of hard to manage.
Yeah.
But it's been insanely great this year for me because I've been presented to awesome opportunities regarding my music, and I'm hammering.
Yeah, you're hammering. You're keeping going, right? You're continuing
Yeah.
despite the challenges.
And a big part of it is, of course, you. You've been like
Thank you.
such an inspiration for me. Not only as a
Thanks, Nick.
not only as teaching English, but you also inspire people to do what they want to do. And I am okay. I say it all the time because you are awesome, right? And
Thank you. I'm just weird.
sorry. Me too.
I'm just weird like you. We're weird together. Because being weird is cool.
It's cool.
Weirdness is the true cool.
And it's also unforgettable because
Yes.
once you're weird, people won't forget you.
Yeah. If you're not weird, you're probably also forgettable.
Yeah.
Right? We have a couple of sentences here people have made for us. We have Roni says, "It is you who is unforgettable." That's a nice sentence. And we have Muffer. Muffer says, "I had an unforgettable date tonight." Muffer, that's interesting news. Hopefully unforgettable in a good way. We have a great question from our last guest, Anesh. He's asking about your new track. So, Nick, why don't you mention a little bit about the music you've been working on and upcoming releases?
Oh yeah, there's a new song coming. It's called Fit, and it's all about being weird. Like when I was a kid, I was like super weird. I am still weird, but
Yeah,
kids make fun of you. You grow up like differently, right?
yeah.
And the song's all about accepting that you are you, and that you
Yeah.
don't need to fit in any patterns, any boxes that they try to put you through,
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Better to make your own box.
Yeah, better make your own box, and
right?
Just kick it off when you're tired of it.
Yeah. I was the same kind of young person, Nick. I never fit into anything. I tried all kinds of things to fit in, and it never felt natural. And I realized at a certain point in my life, I'll never be number one on someone's list of anything. But what I can do is make my own list.
Yeah.
I can do my own thing and not care what people think. And no matter how weird it is, the more weird something you do is, the more special it is, the more original it is. And all of the great original people and innovators in the world started off as weird.
Mm-hmm.
People react to things that are different. They're afraid of it, so they think of it as weird and strange in a negative way. But actually, over time, those are the people we admire most.
Mm-hmm. And it's super weird because when I was a kid growing up, I thought it was bad to be. It was. I wouldn't grow up being that person,
Mm-hmm.
And then you start accepting yourself and making fun of yourself and doing the things that you like to do, and I don't want to be anything else,
Yeah. You're the only Nic Darwin on the planet, and you're the best at doing that because you're on your own list. You're in your own box, whatever you want to describe it. You're being yourself, and you're creating your own future. You're creating your own world around you. And, you're an artist. You make things that didn't exist yesterday. When you make a song, you're giving something to the world that did not exist yesterday. it's a remarkable thing to do creative work like you do. Tell us, Nic, where can people listen to your music?
Oh, anywhere on Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, Tidal. Just type in Nic Darwin, the search box, and it'll appear.
Yeah, you're all over the place, right?
All over the place. Trying to be even more all over places.
Yeah. And Nic, I think I said it earlier, you're in Brazil, but all your music has English lyrics, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's a challenge because here in Brazil I don't have many people around to talk in English, to speak English with, to practice. So I ended up writing songs to practice English.
It's fantastic. It's a great strategy.
And turns out that it worked.
Yeah.
I think I'm from if you compare the day one when I started writing songs in English, and I had just got back to from Canada, and to now, my English is much better.
Yeah, your English lyrics are not only, correct English, if you want to put it that way. They're not just well structured and grammatical. They're beautiful and poetic. So your command of figurative language is very strong, and that's really one of the highest levels that a learner can get to. So you've made remarkable progress with your English development. We have a question here, Nic, for you. What would you say is your favorite or most unforgettable song?
Ooh, this is a great question. I actually have more songs, unreleased songs, than released songs. But I'm gonna go with "Fit" because it says so much about me, and it's like a thing from my heart,
Yeah.
I think I put every effort trying to translate what I felt and what I feel now. That it's always going to be my favorite.
That's great. I'm really excited to hear it myself. I've heard all your other songs, and I was actually playing some of them today. I often play them when I'm home, maybe doing something.
Oh, that's great.
No, seriously, they're beautiful. One thing, Nic, when will Fit be available? When can we look forward to the release?
September 17th is a Friday.
September 17th.
So midnight, anywhere you are in the planet, midnight, September 17th.
What day is that?
It's a Friday.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to put the link to that on the show that night.
Oh, that's
make sure
awesome.
all the viewers check it out. So let's stay in touch, and we'll get in touch before that night. I just want to quickly say thank you to Araceli, who says happy anniversary. Thank you, Araceli. By the way, Araceli, one of these days I want you to join the show. We'll have to talk about that. Another great educator who follows the show with us. On the Spot is asking, will there be a launching party? Are you planning some sort of premiere or launching party online?
Yeah. Actually, with the song, there's also going to be a music video out the same day. So
fantastic.
I'm planning to do a launch party on YouTube.
That's great. I'll make sure to get that link out there as well.
Yeah.
For those of you who may not realize it, Nic also makes videos. He's a filmmaker and director.
Yeah.
Post-production. He edits. And so do you actually make your own videos, or do you have a team that makes them with you? Because you have to perform, right?
Yeah. I try to switch the key between being a director and filmmaker and being an artist. But when it's about something you do, you cannot, just turn it off in your mind. You keep going into the process, And I think I kind of end up bothering people that are trying to do their work,
I know what you mean. when I made the English Weirdness series, I wrote it. I was also directing it and producing it, all that stuff. But at a certain point, I have to actually perform in it. And I remember that feeling of like being on camera, performing, but also thinking about directing at the same time and struggling to switch that off. I was very fortunate to have a great collaborator, my cinematographer named Uriel, and I trusted his vision. I trusted he knew this. He did the whole series with me. So he knew what we were doing, and I could trust him to make sure the shot was good. And I would ask him, "Hey, how was that take? Did I look okay? Did I say it right?" And he would say, "No, let's do another one." So he would direct the shots where I was on camera, and that freed me up. But you have to have a team that you work with and trust, and who you know share the vision of the project, right? That's hard to find.
Absolutely. That's really hard to find. They have to be good friends, understand your vision, understand the message you're trying to get people to understand. And it's super difficult because as an artist, you're already like trying to figure out what they're doing, if they're doing it correctly, like in their own terms.
Technically, right?
Yeah.
There's a technical aspect, and then there's an artistic aspect that work together, right?
Yeah, and it's been fantastic because my team is actually super cool, super. They're great, and they're doing a lot of work, and it's gonna be amazing.
I'm wondering, Nic, if there are any viewers with us who are also musicians or dreaming about making music. What sort of advice could you give them, especially if they're thinking about making music in English, but just in terms of music, what would you tell them?
Probably the best advice is do what you like, do what makes you happy, regardless the type of music you do, regardless what instruments you play or not. If you do EDM, if you do rock pop music, and don't listen to people that try to to put you down, because probably those people are the ones that never made it,
Yeah, and they're jealous, and
they're
they don't want
jealous.
you to succeed. I think that's a great piece of advice because a lot of us don't realize how much negativity comes from people, can come from people when you're trying to do something unusual or different or creative. You have to expect it. It brings out some negative feelings for people. So you have to expect it and as you say, be prepared for it because it's coming.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And you have to do your thing anyway.
And if eventually you blow up, and I want to blow up as an artist, it's only getting more and more difficult. You're attracting more haters as you attract more fans. So it's that trust your gut,
Yeah. And you have to have people around you who will support you because they care about you and help you get through those periods where people are, dumping negativity or hating you or giving you bad comments on social media. Everyone gets that.
Your friends and people that support you are like your family,
Yeah.
And they're gonna be the ones who are gonna take you through this mad periods when people say bad things about you, and all you need to do is just talk to them and never take a listen to what haters are saying.
If you're weird, stay weird, right? Don't try to be something you're not.
Yeah, and that's actually a line on my upcoming song Fit. I won't be something that I'm not just because you say it, it's them right.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. We're going to look forward to that release, Nic, and I'm going to make sure to promote it on the show and connect through the social media network. We're just about out of time, Nic, but I want you to just look back at the year that we've just been through, like September to September, what has that cycle been like for you?
I think I've evolved as a person, especially because, COVID changed our lives in so many different ways.
Yeah.
And being a creative person, creating things, requires your, as Anesh was saying, you have to be mindful, of what you're doing. And some things that happened through this period kept pushing me away from being mindful. And I have anxiety. I suffer from anxiety lots of times. So it's hard to keep up, but I think I've evolved in this way, because I had to learn to accept that I wouldn't be able to control those kind of things.
There's nothing you can do sometimes, right? You can only control what you can control, and it's not useful, and it's a waste of your energy to worry about things beyond your control.
Yeah.
Right? It's better to save that energy, that worry, or that anxiety, if you will, and apply it to your work, because that stuff you have some control over. And by the way, Nic, I've had some up and down days too. As a creative person myself, we are sensitive people by nature. We're sensitive to the weather. We're sensitive to people's comments. We're sensitive when we don't get a lot of views on our YouTube show or whatever. We take on those feelings deeply. I know that about you. And like you, I worry about things sometimes more than I should. And I react to things more than I should. I get down when I shouldn't. And maybe sometimes I get up when I shouldn't. And this has been an interesting period for me too, because I've basically lived in my home studio for over a year, and it's been hard to meet friends. It's been definitely a challenge to meet students.
Yeah, it's mad.
But we've developed new, as Anesh says, resilience to get us through these things, new skills, new ways of taking care of ourselves. For me, exercise is very important. When I exercise, my moods are balanced. They're more appropriate to the situation. So you're not alone with some of these feelings, and that's why, as Anesh says, mindfulness should be a component of our learning. So even if you're learning a language or a specific skill, mental health is a part of that, because you can't learn when you feel bad. You can't learn when you're feeling anxious.
Exactly.
You can't learn when you're worried about things. You learn when you feel confident. Uncomfortable. It's good to be uncomfortable, because that's when you grow, but you need to feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that consumes you. So you're definitely not alone. We've all had a challenge through this period, and I'm glad to see you getting back to the music, making the music, because I know it makes you happy.
Yeah, totally.
And takes away those feelings of anxiety, I think, right?
Of course. And it helps you not take things too hard on yourself,
Yeah. Nic, we're almost out of time, so I'm going to say goodbye.
Okay.
Thank you very much for joining the show again.
No, thank you, Paul. You're awesome, and
thank you.
Congrats on the 50th anniversary. It's super, super cool.
Yeah, thank you, Anesh. Yes, I agree 100%. Take care, Nic. We're going to look forward to the release. We'll have you back on in the future to talk more about music and learning and mindfulness. So stay safe and stay cool and keep being weird and all that good stuff, Nic. Okay? Take care. Bye, Nic.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you to Nic Darwin for joining the show. Nic's an amazing songwriter, as you'll see shortly. We are out of time, guys, so I want to run down the list and say thank you to all of you for viewing tonight and joining us. I'd like to say thanks, first of all, to my guests, Anesh Daya of On the Spot Language and Nic Darwin, singer-songwriter from Brazil. I'd like to say thank you to Uncle Kati from China, Wako from Japan, David from South Africa, Paula from Brazil, Wai Ha from South Korea, Ohidul from Singapore, Michaela from Brazil, Aya's Notes, Fuad from Morocco, Chris from Brazil, Roni from Bangladesh, Luz from Mexico is with us, Semire was with us, Wilson from Ecuador, Abir, Sasha from Germany was with us, Tirath from Nepal was with us, Katongo, I still don't know where you're from, but thank you for watching, Katongo. Satoru was with us, Maffer was with us, Araceli was with us, and Dai from Ecuador was with us. Thank you all for joining the show, guys. Thank you all, my guests who have joined the show in the past year. Thank you all for being a part of this 1 year of Hardboiled English Live. It's been an amazing year, and it's been wonderful connecting with all of you. Thank you to all the viewers and learners out there who stay tuned to the show, who ask me questions, and give me a chance to help you on the whiteboard. We'll go back to that next week, so bring your questions next week. And we won't have any guests next week, so we're just devoted to examining some of your questions and answering your doubts. Thank you to all of you who watch the show for joining us. It's been an amazing year of this show, and I want to thank you for sharing this 1 year anniversary with me tonight. After the show, I'm going to enjoy a little birthday cake because this is the 1 year birthday of Hardboiled English Live. If you've missed portions of the show and you want to catch up, you can always watch the YouTube channel. All of the shows are recordings are in full on the YouTube channel. We have a couple comments I just want to pop up quickly. Tirla says, thank you. Yes, thank you. Essa is joining us from Saudi Arabia, joining us a bit late. We're just about to say goodbye, Essa, but hello. Oh, yes, thank you, Oscar the Puppet. Anish's friend, Oscar the Puppet. Shout out to James Marshall, who runs the Puppets program. If you want to get a puppet, contact me. I'll put you in touch with James. Chris is saying, congratulations. Thank you, Maria Christina. Thank you all for making the 1 year anniversary of Hardboiled English Live unforgettable. Next week, we'll be back. Until that time, guys, stay safe, keep learning, stay weird, and as always, stay cool. Let's take it out with Nic's video. Over there. Yeah. Bye, everyone.
of earth, that's what you are to me. So beautiful, I blindly swear. There's no other chance to love like there's no way to live without you. Do at midnight and you feel alright to fly. Told me not to quit this dream. No matter what, you still be by my side. And you sing along this melody. When there's no one here to hear me, you still make me smile. We're high above the clouds, like this my seatbelt. Your love can take me anywhere. An angel down to earth, that's what you are to me. So beautiful, I fly.